Welcome back to NBA Today. I'm Malika Andrews. So, trade season, it is right around the corner. I want to start with Damian Lillard, who publicly remains committed to Portland. But is there any scenario where you could see the Blazers moving him?
I don't, Malika.
Let's go big picture for a second, Dame. In an interview with The Athletic this week, you said about Portland, quote, "Everybody is saying what they think I'm thinking, but I'm not leaving Portland."
So, every goddamn year we get the same old Dame Lillard trade rumors. And it goes every damn time the same way. Hey, he wants to remain in Portland, then he wants the team to trade for pieces that can contribute to making a winning culture in Portland. Then there's the stuff that he could get traded. There's that he would prefer to go to Miami if he were to get traded, hypothetically. He likes this, he likes that, and then nothing happens. And it feels like we're at this point once again during this off-season, and I just want to talk about this Dame trade cycle. I'm not sure what the right word is to explain this Trailblazers Dame Lillard relationship, if I could compare it to that, but I guess not a good working marriage, I suppose. Yeah, and it sucks to see, man. It sucks to see from all sides. Let's start with the Dame side of things. On Damian Lillard's side, you can understand his want for loyalty and the want to be with the same team his whole career, to have a one-team legacy in a way, just like Kobe did, just like Jordan did in a way, even though, of course, those Washington years, let us forget about that. And, for example, Steph Curry is one of the players that will have it probably after he finishes his career. And then you get to questioning why all the rumors, why all the talk about going elsewhere, why let your media people that we know are your people, just like Chris Haynes every damn year, spread more rumors every offseason about you getting traded, about you not wanting to get traded, about you meeting with the Blazers, about you having conversations with the Blazers, if you made your peace with being in Portland. It's not a bad career to have, man, and Dame time, I would say, will be remembered, even though maybe not as one of the greatest ever, but he'll be remembered. I think, in this day and age, we'll remember every guy that was really good and that was a superstar. Sometimes I just wonder why does this happen every offseason when I think Dame could control this narrative way more, but of course it's very hypothetical at the same time, because with the way Portland has been these last couple of years, the questions about Dame getting traded would be out there, even though if Dame said it a million times and there were no reports from Chris Haynes. But the fact of the matter is that those Chris Haynes reports are there, and we know him and Dame have a relationship. And it feels like it really feels like half of these articles and half of these, stories about Dame and Portland could just be avoided, and they are not needed in a way. And it feels bland, it feels boring, it feels repetitive, it feels uninteresting at this point, and I'm not sure where the problem is, of course. I don't want to judge Dame. Maybe he just wants the attention. Hey, that's completely fine. Maybe, he truly is a little unsettled and he doesn't know. Maybe he lives day by day and every day it changes. It can happen, right? But it's really weird when you consider the way he has talked about Portland and him wanting to stay there his whole career probably, to let all these articles go out there. And I'm not sure if it's to put pressure maybe on the Blazers front office, which has not worked at all during these last couple of years and probably ever, or whatever it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Why do you think, these recycled articles and these recycled media stories and, stories from Dame's camp and Dame's side come around every year? Let me know. I genuinely want to know what are your thoughts. Now we get to the Blazers side, where, from the Blazers perspective, you understand the want to keep Dame as a franchise legend, but at the same time, not trading picks, not doing everything possible in your power to make the team as good as possible every year, to improve the roster every year, feels like, once again, it just feels, like the Blazers may be content with just being a mediocre team, I suppose, and Dame at the same time is not, and it just does not feel like they are compatible. And I'm not sure what the Blazers organization is like, but Dame wants to win, and it just feels like at the end of the day, both sides, get kind of unhappy with each other in a way, where it just doesn't make sense to continue the relationship, but they still do every damn year. And now, considering they drafted Scoot Henderson at number 3, who I really like coming out of this draft, I really like his demeanor, I like, his athleticism, I like his attitude, which I think goes a long way. I'm not saying, you don't need the skills, but when you have the right mindset, the right attitude from the get-go, it does wonders for you, in my opinion, and I think Scoot will be really great in this league. While you also have Anthony Simons and Shaedon Sharpe, more promising young guards that I, for one, really like, and I'm pretty sure a lot of NBA fans, like the potential of Simons and Sharpe and Scoot, and it really feels like, everything's aligning for the Blazers to say, hey, we are going into a full-on rebuild, and for Dame to get traded to a team that could help him, make the NBA Finals, maybe win a championship, enhance his legacy, and, being on a winner. But at the same time, we all know Dame will just not ask for a trade straight up, and it feels like the Blazers will just not trade him, just to start the rebuild that they probably should start. And it just feels like both sides are holding on to each other a little too much. I'm not sure if it could be that both sides don't want to leave that comfort zone where they are with each other, or I'm making these life metaphors in a way, but I genuinely would be intrigued to, get to know the complete both sides of the story here, because it truly is amazing to me. And, maybe it is not just business for the Trailblazers organization, and they just don't want to see them go, right? And they just want him to be there, even though they will not make all the necessary things to make a full-on winner. And, while having these young guards that they could rebuild with at the same time, it's just not aligning, it's just not all aligning, which, to be fair, not everything has to align in life, but it would be nice if we were spared these, Blazers and Dame talk, trade every year, because, hey, if it's aligned like this, that both sides just want to continue this relationship, and that's it, even though they are not gonna win, even though they will try their best, but it might not work out. Hey, it's completely fine, right? That makes sense, that's life sometimes, but it's dragged out every year. The same stories come out every year, and you just hear it all the time. Dame could be traded finally, Dame could be this, Dame could go there, Dame might finally ask for a trade, the Blazers finally might trade him. The Blazers and Dame want to stay together, want to build a winner in Portland. It just goes on and on. And my conclusion, to continue my life metaphors, it feels like watching somebody stuck in, I'm not sure if relationship is the right word, but whether it is with a game, or whether it is with a girlfriend, friend, boyfriend, a hobby, or whatever you feel, whatever you can relate to, and you just watch somebody stuck with something that no longer serves them the purpose that they, need, and it doesn't help either side in a way, even though of course it doesn't apply to games, for example, right, or for hobbies, but the point remains the same. And it just sucks that everyone seems to really know about it except the Blazers and Dame, from our perspective, from what we see in the media, from what they tell us, from what the media tells us, from what the Blazers organization tells us. And I just would really love to see Scoot, Shaedon and Anthony get their shine and develop without Dame, while Dame goes to Miami, or I don't know where else he could go, to any contender, Philly, Boston, I don't know, I really don't know. I guess Miami is the obvious perfect choice, and he makes them a contender. He goes, to make the NBA Finals and maybe win it. And it once again appears it will not happen, and the trade Dame cycle will continue on, unless Draymond Green comes and saves them.
He's done miracles on me.
Okay, I had to be unserious for a bit. Let me know your thoughts about this Dame trade stuff. And yeah, be kind to each other, take care of yourselves, and I'll catch you all next time.